All right, we are back, ready for our bowl game and the end of 2024. We just beat Iowa 34-21. Victory belongs to Nebraska. The Cornhuskers moved to 6-3 in conference play after a win over Iowa in the Heroes game. So let's go ahead and advance the week. See what happens in recruiting, what bowl game we make, all that good stuff. Looks like Macklin decided he does not want to play for Nebraska. He's leaning towards Louisiana. He's from Louisiana, so that makes sense. Everybody else, nobody committed to us, but we are first for a decent number of people. Problem is, two of the big visit games we had in Illinois and Iowa or Wisconsin, we lost. So that hurt recruiting quite a bit. We did get Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week for Dante Dowdell. 36 carries, 168 yards, 3 touchdowns against Iowa. We've got a bye week. Let's look at the top stories. Bad blood. Fans in Ann Arbor are celebrating after number 3 Michigan defeats rival number 1 Ohio State 35-12. So the misery continues for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Michigan somehow has gotten up to number 1 here in video game land. And they beat down Ohio State. That's like 5 years in a row. Michigan's won then. Down to the wire, which teams are set to play in the playoff as we approach the end of the 2024 season. We are ranked 11th in the college football playoff, so I guess theoretically we do have a chance of making the playoff even with 3 losses. We'll see what happens. Major letdown. Number 9, Florida State won't be ranked that high for long after getting upset at home by Florida. Florida looks like not ranked. Florida State is not ranked at all now. Not so good. The Wolfpack collapse, falling to North Carolina in a major intra-conference upset. NC State finally loses. Let's look at our recruiting. We've got our 5 recruits. Oh no, 6 recruits. Look at that. But we are leading for a couple other guys. We'll see what happens. I think we're doing everything we can for these guys. He locked us out. Let's remove friends and family. Add send the house. Move DM player. Add send the house. Vernon not getting any love, but he has a scholarship offer. So we've used our hours at least for recruiting. Let's look at the scores from last week. Got the Army-Navy game this week. So in the ACC, Miami beat up on Syracuse. Clemson beat South Carolina. Georgia beat Georgia Tech. Duke beat Wake Forest. Pittsburgh beat Boston College. Louisville beat Kentucky. Cal beat SMU. Virginia Tech beat Virginia. North Carolina beat NC State. Florida crushed Florida State. And Stanford beat San Jose State. In the American, Tulane beat Memphis. East Carolina beat Navy in a battle of field goals. UAB lost to Charlotte. South Florida beat Rice. Florida Atlantic beat Tulsa. North Texas beat Temple. What else we got? Army beat Texas San Antonio. In the Big 12, Utah beat Central Florida. Colorado beat Oklahoma State. Kansas beat Baylor. Iowa State beat Kansas State. Houston beat BYU. Cincinnati beat TCU. West Virginia beat Texas Tech. Arizona beat Arizona State. Big Ten, of course, we beat Iowa by 13. Michigan beat Ohio State pretty easily. Penn State beat Maryland. Indiana beat Purdue. USC beat Notre Dame. Northwestern beat Illinois. Wisconsin beat Minnesota. The Rutgers beat Michigan State. Oregon crushed Washington. And Fresno State beat UCLA. Conference USA, Florida International beat Middle Tennessee. Western Kentucky beat Jacksonville State. Liberty beat Sam Houston. Louisiana Tech beat Kennesaw State. And UTEP got their 3rd win of the year, beating New Mexico State. For the Independents, Notre Dame lost to USC in an upset. That might knock them out of the playoffs. UMass beat UConn. In the MAC, Kent State beat Buffalo. Toledo beat Akron. Bowling Green beat Miami of Ohio. Ohio beat Ball State. Interesting. Damn it, I was about to score on Washington. I want Washington to win that game. Eastern Michigan beat Western Michigan. And Central Michigan beat Northern Illinois. In the Mountain West, Wyoming beat Washington State. San Diego State beat Air Force. Boise State beat Oregon State. Colorado State beat Utah State. Fresno State beat UCLA. UCLA finishing at 3-9. Not great, Bob. Stanford beat San Jose State. UNLV beat Nevada. New Mexico beat Hawaii. And Iowa just scored a touchdown. Bastards. The Pac-12, Wyoming beat Washington State, and Boise State beat Oregon State. In the SEC, Texas beats Texas A&M. It's nice to see that game back on the schedule. Clemson beat South Carolina. Georgia beat Georgia Tech. Alabama beat Auburn in the Iron Bowl by 3. Alabama finishing at 7-5. Vanderbilt beats Tennessee. Tennessee finishing at 4-8. Very disappointing year for the Volunteers. Louisville beat Kentucky. Arkansas beat Missouri. Florida beat Florida State. Ole Miss beat Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. And LSU beats Oklahoma by 2. The Sun Belt, Texas State beats South Alabama. Appalachian State beats Georgia Southern. Troy beats Southern Miss. Coastal Carolina beats Georgia State. Old Dominion beats Arkansas State. James Madison beats Marshall. And Louisiana beats Louisiana Monroe. Let's look at the college football top 25 poll. It goes Michigan, Miami, Utah, Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Kansas, Georgia, NC State, Virginia Tech, Nebraska at 11. We went up 5 spots somehow with all those losses. Notre Dame falls to 12th. Then Oregon, Liberty, Louisville, Appalachian State, Cincinnati, Boise State, Clemson, Old Dominion, Wisconsin, LSU, Fresno State, Florida, and Louisiana in at number 25. Oops. Go to the media poll and the coaches poll. In the media poll, we are 11th. Goes Miami, Michigan, Utah, Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Kansas, Georgia, NC State, Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Liberty, Notre Dame, Oregon, Boise State, Louisville, Appalachian State, Cincinnati, Fresno State, Louisiana, Clemson, Old Dominion, LSU, Western Kentucky, and Wisconsin. Others receiving votes are Rutgers, Toledo, UAB, Florida, Tulane, Colorado State, Florida State, South Florida, and Alabama. And in the coaches poll, we are 11th as well. And it goes Michigan, Miami, Utah, Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Kansas, Georgia, NC State, Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Liberty, Oregon, Notre Dame, Appalachian State, Boise State, Cincinnati, Fresno State, Louisville, Louisiana, Wisconsin, LSU, Old Dominion, Clemson, and Rutgers. Others receiving votes: Florida, Tulane, Toledo, Western Kentucky, UAB, Alabama, Florida State, Missouri, and SMU. Look at our conference standings. This should be pretty much it besides the conference championship games. Miami leads the ACC at 8-0. East Carolina, UAB, and Tulane all at 6-2. It'll be interesting to see who plays in that conference championship game then, with tiebreakers. Big 12, Utah leads at 9-1. Big 10, Michigan leads at 9-0. Conference USA, Liberty leads at 8-0. In the MAC, we've got 3 teams at 6-2, Ohio, Ball State, and Toledo. In the Mountain West, Boise State leads at 6-1. Pac-12, Washington State wins with a 1-0 conference record. SEC, we've got Missouri and Texas at 6-2. In the Sun Belt East, we've got Old Dominion and Appalachian State at 7-1. So whoever won that head-to-head will go to the conference championship game, I assume. In the West, we've got Louisiana at 7-1. And Players of the Week. For National Players of the Week, it was NC State's Sean Brown and LSU's C.J. Daniels. For the ACC, it was NC State's Sean Brown and Virginia Tech's Kyron Drones. In the American, it was South Florida's Emmanuel Hickman and Florida Atlantic's Cameron Fancher. In the Big 12, it was Arizona's Takario Davis and Texas Tech's Micah Hudson. The Big Ten, it was Michigan's Will Johnson and Nebraska's Dante Dowdell. Conference USA, it was UTEP's Xavier Smith and Louisiana Tech's Marlian Jackson. In the Independence, Notre Dame swept with R.J. Oben and Riley Leonard. The MAC, it was Northern Illinois' Cam Crowell and Bowling Green's Jalen Tillman. Mountain West, it was UNLV's Jalen Dixon and Air Force's John Busha. Pac-12, it was Oregon State's DJ Wesolak and Washington State's Carlos Hernandez. SEC, it was Arkansas's Brad Spence and LSU's CJ Daniels. Sunbelt, Texas State swept with Ben Bell and Drew Donley. For the Heisman watch, we're getting near the awarding of the Heisman. Cam Ward still the favorite, with Cam Rising right behind him. Isaiah Bond from Texas, Grayson McCall from NC State, and Will Howard from Ohio State. The award watch list, these are probably pretty close to solidified at this point. Player of the Year, Cam Ward from Miami. Head Coach of the Year, Rick Cavana from Miami. We are nowhere to be found on here, doesn't seem like. Best quarterback, Cam Ward of Miami. Best defensive player, Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Best defensive back, Will Johnson from Michigan, just edging out Marquise Buford Jr. from Nebraska. Best running back, Donovan Edwards from Michigan. Dante Dowdell is now in fourth. Best receiver, Louis Brown IV or Louis Brown IV from San Diego State. Lombardi Award, Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Unitas Golden Arm Award, Cam Ward from Miami. Best defensive end, Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Best interior lineman, Tate Ratledge from Georgia. Best tight end, Brant Huith, however you say that, from Utah. G. Scott Jr. plummeted down to 6th for some reason. Royals Award, Danny Boyd, the offensive coordinator from Miami. The defensive coordinator from Miami is 2nd. Best linebacker, Jayshon Barham from Michigan. Best center, Gus Hartwig from Purdue. Lou Groza Award, Maddox Trujillo from Temple. Best punter, Jeremy Crawshaw from Florida. Best returner, George Pettaway from James Madison. Go to the bowl projections. Let's see where they have Nebraska right now. So right now they've got the LA Bowl, Wisconsin and UNLV. Frisco Bowl, they've got Louisiana and East Carolina. Fenway Bowl, they've got Florida State and UAB. Myrtle Beach Bowl, they've got Old Dominion and Ohio. Bahamas Bowl, they've got Appalachian State and Western Kentucky. First round of the college football playoff, Boise State and Texas. Pure Bowl, Ball State and South Alabama. First round of the playoff, Georgia and Kansas. New Mexico Bowl, Sam Houston and Nevada. Las Vegas Bowl, Kansas State and Purdue. First round of the playoff, Virginia Tech and Penn State. 68 Ventures Bowl, Toledo and Georgia Southern. First round of the playoff, NC State and Ohio State. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Troy and Fresno State. Boca Raton Bowl, Louisville and Tulane. Detroit Bowl, they've got Rutgers and Northern Illinois. New Orleans Bowl, they've got Florida International and Texas State. The Hawaii Bowl, they've got New Mexico and Coastal Carolina. Gasparilla Bowl, Iowa State and Cal. Independence Bowl, Iowa and Arizona. Armed Forces Bowl, James Madison and Colorado State. Texas Bowl, Missouri and BYU. Military Bowl, Army and Wake Forest. First Responder Bowl, Memphis and Marshall. Liberty Bowl, South Florida and West Virginia. Birmingham Bowl, Louisiana, Monroe and North Carolina. Holiday Bowl, SMU and USC. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Texas Tech and Wyoming. Camellia Bowl, Western Michigan and Arkansas State. And the 4 byes, Liberty actually has a bye now in the college football playoff in the Peach Bowl. Michigan gets a bye in the Rose Bowl. Utah gets a bye to the Sugar Bowl. And Miami gets a bye to the Fiesta Bowl. Is there no Orange Bowl? Just realized this. Did they get rid of the Orange Bowl? Better not have. Pop-Tarts Bowl, Central Florida and Clemson. Alamo Bowl, Washington and Cincinnati. Duke's Mayo Bowl, Georgia Tech and Colorado. Sun Bowl, TCU and Bowling Green. Music City Bowl, Florida and Oregon. Arizona Bowl, Central Michigan and San Diego State. Reliaquest Bowl, Nebraska and LSU. That'd be a pretty fun game to be a part of. Citrus Bowl, Michigan State and Oklahoma. And Gator Bowl, South Carolina and Pittsburgh. Now I need to find the Orange Bowl. There's no way they actually got rid of the Orange Bowl, did they? It might be one of these first-round playoff games. But you'd still think they'd say something about the name of the bowl game. Yeah, I don't see an Orange Bowl on here. I would be very sad if they got rid of the Orange Bowl. I'm sure they did. And I'm sure it's one of those first-round playoff games. Let's take a look at the bracket. Let's see, Liberty getting the bye week. That's crazy. At 11-1. They have a loss, and they're still getting a bye. Craziness. All right, we've got, let's see, let's look at the, well, you know what, we'll just take a look at the stats after Army-Navy, because I think that's the only game this week, right? Yeah, Army-Navy's the only game. They're doing the wave at the Iowa game right now, and it's always pretty cool to watch. Even as a Nebraska fan, I have to admit, it's a really cool new tradition for Iowa. All right, let's advance the week. The Army-Navy game. Got our recruiting all good to go. All right, we got Marcus Anthrop from Lincoln, Nebraska, hometown kid, 4-star safety. Anybody else? Nobody else committed. Well, we didn't get bumped out by anybody, it doesn't look like either. So, top stories. NC State and Miami in the ACC Championship. Playoff implications. ACC opponents number 2 Miami and number 9 NC State will face off for the championship, and one will punch their ticket to the college football playoffs. So this is interesting. If NC State loses, we might be able to move up a spot and get closer to the playoff. Sun Belt Championship, Old Dominion in Louisiana. The eyes of the college football world will be paying close attention to the coming matchup between Louisiana and Old Dominion in the Sun Belt Conference Championship. I'm not sure that's true. Ohio State and Michigan, a rematch in the Big Ten Championship for the title. Michigan and Ohio State are ready to battle it out for the Big Ten Conference Championship. 1 week, well, 2 weeks, I guess, after they played and Michigan stomped them. Can Ohio State get the ultimate revenge and take the Big Ten title against Michigan? That would be huge. Down to the wire, we're still 11th in the rankings. Managed staff. Let's see what this means. So we can fire our coaches. I think we're good. Defensive coordinator, we want to re-sign him if we can. If we click on view talent tree, what do we get? Oh, it just shows us the points. So no, I think we're good with our coordinators. Our defense played pretty well all year. All right, looking at the score, there's only one score from last week. Army and Navy beats Army 10-7. This week in the conference championship games, we've got Western Kentucky and Liberty for the Conference USA Championship. We've got Kansas and Utah for the Big 12 Championship. Ball State and Ohio for the MAC Championship. Old Dominion and Louisiana for the Sun Belt Championship. UAB and East Carolina for the American Conference Championship. Boise State and UNLV for the Mountain West Championship. Texas and Missouri for the the SEC Championship. NC State and Miami for the ACC Championship, and then Ohio State-Michigan rematch for the Big Ten Championship. We don't really need to look at the standings anymore. We'll buzz through it real quick, because I think every conference has a conference championship game. There's no conferences I can think of that were not shown on that. Yeah, I think everybody has a conference championship game. Of course, Washington State won the Pac-12 because they beat Oregon State. Everybody else has a conference championship game. All right, players of the week. I guess it'll just be Army-Navy. Army sweeps with Kyle Lewis and Bryson Bailey. They're both in the same conference, so don't need to check that. Heisman finalists. Cam Ward, Cam Rising, Isaiah Bond, Donovan Edwards, and Jalen Milroe sneaks in there at the end. Award finalists. These are going to be pretty much the same. Cam Ward for Player of the Year, Head Coach of the Year, Rick Cavana from Miami. Best Quarterback, Cam Ward, Miami. Best Defensive Player, Josiah Stewart, Michigan. Best Defensive Back, Will Johnson, Michigan. Our guys just barely missing out on that. Best running back, Donovan Edwards, Michigan. Best receiver, Louis Brown IV from San Diego State, or Louis Brown IV. Lombardi Award, Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Unitas Golden Arm Award, Cam Ward, Miami. Best defensive end, Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Best interior lineman, Tate Ratledge from Georgia. Best tight end, Brant Queith from Utah. Orioles Award, the offensive coordinator from Miami. Best linebacker, Jay Sean Barham from Michigan. Best center, Gus Hartwig from Purdue. Lou Groza Award, Maddox Trujillo from Temple. Best punter, Jeremy Crawshaw from Florida. Best returner, George Pettaway from James Madison. Bowl projections, these are probably identical. Let's buzz through them. Let's just see if there's any changes. Actually, I think there are some changes. So LA Bowl, Wisconsin, UNLV. Frisco Bowl, Louisiana, East Carolina. Fenway Bowl, Florida State and UAB. Myrtle Beach Bowl, Old Dominion in Ohio. Bahamas Bowl, Appalachian State and Western Kentucky. First round of the playoff, Boise State and Texas. That, I think, has changed since last week somehow. Pure Bowl, Ball State and South Alabama. First round of the playoff, Georgia and Kansas. New Mexico Bowl, Sam Houston and Nevada. Las Vegas Bowl, Kansas State and Purdue. First round of the playoffs, Virginia Tech and Penn State. 68 Ventures Bowl, Toledo and Georgia Southern. First round of the playoff, NC State and Ohio State. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Troy and Fresno State. Boca Raton Bowl, Louisville and Tulane. Detroit Bowl, Rutgers and Northern Illinois. New Orleans Bowl, Florida International and Texas State. Hawaii Bowl, New Mexico and Coastal Carolina. Gasparilla Bowl, Iowa State and Cal. Independence Bowl, Iowa and Arizona. Armed Forces Bowl, James Madison and Colorado State. Texas Bowl, Missouri and BYU. Military Bowl, Army and Wake Forest. First Responder Bowl, Memphis and Marshall. Liberty Bowl, South Florida and West Virginia. Birmingham Bowl, Louisiana, Monroe and North Carolina. Holiday Bowl, SMU and USC. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Texas Tech and Wyoming. Camellia Bowl, just going to call it that, Western Michigan and Arkansas State. Washington going for it on 4th and 1 against Iowa. And they get it. They're going to get about 15. The college football playoff bye games or teams that get byes into the next round of the college football playoff. Liberty in the Peach Bowl. Speaking is hard sometimes. Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Utah in the Sugar Bowl. Miami in the Fiesta Bowl. Pop-Tarts Bowl is Central Florida and Clemson. Alamo Bowl, Washington and Cincinnati. Duke's Mayo Bowl, Georgia Tech and Colorado. Sun Bowl, TCU and Bowling Green. Music City Bowl, Florida and Oregon. Arizona Bowl, Central Michigan and San Diego State. Reliaquest Bowl, Nebraska and LSU. Citrus Bowl, Michigan State and Oklahoma. Gator Bowl, South Carolina and Pittsburgh. Conference championship games could greatly affect who makes the college football playoff. We'll have to see how that plays out. So here's the bracket as it stands before the conference championship games. I think if Georgia is Georgia in the Georgia's not even in the conference championship. So the teams that are in the conference championships are Ohio State, NC State. So if either of those two lose, maybe Nebraska sneaks in there and moves up to a playoff spot. Texas is in a game, but I doubt we would jump Texas. I doubt we jump Michigan. I doubt we jump any of the top three. We'll just have to see how it goes. All right, and I'm not really sure if they include the conference championship for season stats. I think they do, so we'll wait until after the conference championships to look at the final national leaders. I guess technically we have to wait until after the bowl game to check that. But let's see how the conference championships go, see if Nebraska can squeak into the college football playoffs because of some losses by other teams. Advance the week. All right, we got Brent McClung, a 3-star running back. It's not as exciting. Got Monte Kennedy from St. Paul, Minnesota, 3-star linebacker. Earl Ramen Noodles. We got Ramen Noodles. 3-star linebacker from Colorado. Getting all the 3 stars, of course. Do we have any little coach points we can use? Cam Ward wins the Heisman Award. And we are, we didn't make the college football playoff. We're in the Reliaquest Bowl against LSU. That should be an entertaining game. We're going to view job offers, so we're not going to take any. Could be the offensive coordinator at Baylor, head coach at Georgia Tech, offensive coordinator at Illinois. Oh, thank you, Illinois, for that offer. And the offensive coordinator at Pittsburgh. Those are the only offers. Wow. Top stories, make the most of it. The Wolverines look to take advantage of playing at home in the first round of the college football playoff. Yeah, it looks like Ohio State got the revenge and beat Michigan in the Big Ten championship, but they still get a home game in the college football playoff. First round jitters, the Utes prepare for their home playoff matchup against the Hokies in Salt Lake City. Utah and Virginia Tech are in the first round of the playoff. Respect us. Missouri gets the upset victory over Texas to win the conference championship. Missouri Tigers, your SEC champions. Stud running back recognized. Michigan's Donovan Edwards has been named first-team All-American for the 2024 season. Early National Signing Day. Let's take a look. So is there really anything we can do here? No. God, we don't have any hours to use either. Oops. I'll look at where we sit for these guys. So we're third on his list. We are leading for Horan. Horan, I don't know how you say that name. We are third for him. Third for him. Oh, he committed to Florida, so let's remove him. They're leading for Avery Terrell. A bunch of 3-stars we're leading for. Not as excited about that. We're behind Miami for Josh Ortega. He's from Miami. Second for Byron Vernon. He's from Omaha. We're going to go to Iowa. Oh, yeah, I want to look at the top classes. Let's see if we're in the top 50. Notre Dame is leading the way. We are 28th behind Appalachian State. Oh, boy. We need to step up our recruiting game, clearly. Managed staff. What's the difference? Managed staff and staff moves. That's the same thing as before. View talent tree. That's just, yeah. Back out. Back out. Staff moves. What does this say? So it shows everybody who's been fired. Defensive coordinator from Tennessee went to the NFL. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if you can hire people from the NFL then. Let's look at Washington just got a touchdown, tied up against Iowa, pending the extra point, of course. Let's look at the conference championship scores. So in the Conference USA Championship, Liberty beat Western Kentucky. In the Big 12 Championship, Kansas beat Utah. Kansas Jayhawks, your Big 12 champions. In the MAC, Ohio beat Ball State. The Sun Belt, Old Dominion beat Louisiana. In the American Conference, East Carolina beat UAB. Mountain West Championship, Boise State crushed UNLV. SEC Championship, Missouri beat Texas. ACC Championship, Miami narrowly beat NC State. The Big Ten Championship, Ohio State gets its revenge and wins. It's almost the mirror score of what I think when they played 2 weeks ago, Michigan won by about that score. So Ohio State flips the script and wins 35-16 in the Big Ten Championship. Now, Players of the Week, I guess we can look at that real quick for the Conference Championship. Nationally, it was Ohio's Bradley Weaver and Ohio State's Jeremiah Smith. ACC, Miami sweeps with Akeem Mesidor and Samuel Brown. It's going to be a lot of sweeping. In the American, East Carolina sweeps with Dontavius Nash and Rajay Harris. Big 12 Kansas sweeps with Dylan Woodkey and Lawrence Arnold. Big 10 Ohio State sweeps with Jack Sawyer and Jeremiah Smith. Conference USA, there wasn't a sweep. It's Liberty's Bryce Dixon and Western Kentucky's Michael Matheson. MAC Ohio sweeps with Bradley Weaver and Rodney Harris II. The Mountain West Boise State sweeps with Andrew Simpson and Jambris Dubar. Pac-12 no championship game. SEC, it was Texas's Vernon Broughton, I guess, and Missouri's Marcus Carroll. Sun Belt Old Dominion sweeps with Amori Morrison and Kelby Williams. And we're back to nationally. All right. Heisman winner was Cam Ward from Miami. That could happen in real life. Cam Rising finishes second. That probably will not happen. Actually, I need to check and see if they won last night. They played Arizona State. I think they were losing when I went to bed. The award winners finalized. Cam Ward wins Player of the Year. Rick Cavana from Miami wins Head Coach of the Year. Cam Ward wins Best Quarterback. Ruben Bain Jr. Miami wins Best Defensive Player. Hey, that didn't even show up on our awards. Marquise Buford Jr. wins Best Defensive Back. Take it. Best running back is Donovan Edwards of Michigan. No clue why Dante Dowdell is down at 6th. I think he led the country in touchdowns and was like second in yards. Best receiver, Lewis Brown IV from San Diego State. Barty Award is Ruben Bain Jr. from Miami. Unitas Golden Arm Award winners, Cam Ward from Miami, won all the awards. Miami cleaned up in these awards. Best defensive end, Ruben Bain Jr. from Miami. Best interior lineman, Tate Ratledge from Georgia. Best tight end, Brant Queeth from Utah. Fedoni got on there at the end, finished 8th. Royals Award was Danny Boyd, the offensive coordinator from Miami. Best linebacker, Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon. Best center, Gus Hartwig from Purdue. Luke Rosa Award, Jonah Dalmas from Boise State. Best punter, Jeremy Crawshaw from Florida. Best returner, George Pettaway from James Madison. All right, looking at the bowl matchups. In the LA Bowl, it's going to be Wisconsin and UNLV. Frisco Bowl, Louisiana and East Carolina. Fenway Bowl, Florida State and UAB. Myrtle Beach Bowl, Old Dominion and Ohio. Bahamas Bowl, Appalachian State and Western Kentucky. First round of the College Football Playoff, Boise State and Michigan. Cure Bowl, Ball State and South Alabama. First round of the College Football Playoff, Texas and Georgia. New Mexico Bowl, Florida International and Nevada. Las Vegas Bowl, Kansas State and Purdue. First round of the College Football Playoff, NC State and Penn State. 68 Ventures Bowl, Toledo and Georgia Southern. First round of the College Football Playoff, Virginia Tech and Utah. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Troy and Fresno State. Boca Raton Bowl, Louisville and Tulane. Detroit Bowl, Rutgers and Bowling Green. New Orleans Bowl, Kennesaw State and Texas State. Hawaii Bowl, New Mexico and Coastal Carolina. Gasparilla Bowl, Iowa State and Cal. Independence Bowl, Iowa and Arizona. Armed Forces Bowl, UMass and Colorado State. Texas Bowl, Missouri and BYU. Military Bowl, Army. They should be in the Military Bowl. And Wake Forest. First Responder Bowl, Memphis and Washington State. Liberty Bowl is South Florida and West Virginia. Birmingham Bowl is Oregon State and North Carolina. Holiday Bowl is SMU and USC. Guaranteed Rate Bowl is Texas Tech and Wyoming. Camellia Bowl is Rice and Notre Dame. The 4 bye weeks in the College Football Playoff, Liberty gets to move to the Peach Bowl. Miami goes to the Fiesta Bowl. Kansas goes to the Sugar Bowl. And Ohio State goes to the Rose Bowl. Pop-Tarts Bowl is Central Florida and Clemson. Alamo Bowl is Washington and Cincinnati. Duke's Mayo Bowl is Duke, and hey, Duke is in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Duke and Colorado. Sun Bowl is Oklahoma State and Western Michigan. Music City Bowl is Florida and Oregon. Arizona Bowl is Kent State and San Diego State. We are in the Reliaquest Bowl, Nebraska versus LSU. Citrus Bowl is Yukon and Oklahoma. And Gator Bowl is South Carolina and Alabama. College Football Playoff bracket, the official bracket. There it is. Kansas as a number 3 seed. Look at the Jayhawks go. Boise State gets in there. Liberty gets a bye week. Crazy stuff. All-Americans. All right, first team All-American is Cam Ward from Miami, Donovan Edwards from Michigan, Kyle Monangai from Rutgers, Lewis Brown IV from San Diego State, Isaiah Bond from Texas, Samuel Brown from Miami, Brant Queeth from Utah, Will Campbell from LSU, Clay Webb from Jacksonville State, Jonah Monheim from USC, Tate Ratledge from Georgia, Jonah Savayanea from Arizona, Ashton Galat from Louisville, James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee, Mason Graham from Michigan, Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, Harold Perkins Jr. from LSU, Jay Higgins from Iowa, Barrett Carter from Clemson, Will Johnson from Michigan, Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame, Caleb Downs from Ohio State, Malachi Starks from Georgia, Graham Nicholson from Alabama, and Max Fletcher from Cincinnati. What's weird about this is like the kicker of the year and the punter of the year aren't showing up as first-team All-Americans, which makes no sense. Second team All-Americans, Cam Rising from Utah. Dante Dowdell gets second team All-American. That's good for our boy. Harrison Whaley from Wyoming. Vandrevius Jacobs from South Carolina. Malik Benson from Florida State. Sebastian Brown from Kent State. Blake McCree from USC. Kelvin Banks Jr. from Texas. Donovan Jackson from Ohio State. Parker Brailsford from Alabama. Luke Kandra from Cincinnati, Emory Jones Jr. from LSU, Jack Sawyer from Ohio State, Deone Walker from Kentucky, Kenneth Grant from Michigan, Tyleek Williams from Ohio State, Kareem Reed from Utah, Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma, Jason Henderson from Old Dominion, Quincy Riley from Louisville, Takario Davis from Arizona, Xavier Watts from Notre Dame, Jonas Sanker from Virginia, Noah Burnett from North Carolina, and Tommy Doman from Michigan. Now for the freshman team. Freshman All-American. Let's go through those real quick. How did Dylan Raiola not get freshman All-American quarterback? It's Gio Lopez from South Alabama, Reuben Owens from Texas A&M, Richard Young from Alabama, Vandrevius Jacobs from South Carolina, Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State, Micah Hudson from Texas Tech, Josh Ford from Oklahoma State, Monroe Mills from Louisville, Noah Dunham from Washington State, DJ Chester from LSU, Alex Birchmeyer from Penn State, Samson Okunlola from Miami, Dylan Stewart from South Carolina, Deshaun Womack from LSU, David Stone from Oklahoma, Vic Burley from Clemson, Qua Russaw from Alabama, Sammy Brown from Clemson, Chris Cole from Georgia, Ellis Robinson IV from Georgia, Andre Jordan Jr. from Oregon State, Kylan Jackson from LSU, Dakari Nelson from Penn State, Spencer Porath from Purdue, and Tyler White from Texas A&M. So let's go back to the first team now for the conference, the all-conference teams. I'm not going to read them out. I'll just click through them. You can pause if you want to look at them, but let's go through the first team All-ACC. Second team All-ACC. Freshman All-ACC. First team All-American Conference. Second team All-American Conference. All Freshman American Conference. First team All Big 12. Second team All Big 12. Freshman All Big 12. First team All Big 10. How did Maryland's quarterback win first team All Big 10? Second team All Big 10, we've got Dante Dowdell from Nebraska, Thomas Fedoni from Nebraska. So 2 guys on the team so far. Didn't have any first teamers, which is crap. Marquise Buford Jr. doesn't seem to have been first or second team. Make sure of that. That's crazy. He won like defensive back of the year, but doesn't get first or second team All Big 10. Freshman All Big 10, there's Dylan Raiola. First team All Conference USA. Second team All Conference USA. Freshman All Conference USA. And in real life, Iowa just stripped the Washington quarterback and recovered, so they will get some points out of that. Unfortunate. First team, well, there's no first team independence, so we're just going to skip the independence. First team All MAC. Second team All MAC. Freshman All MAC. First team All Mountain West. Second team All Mountain West. Freshman All Mountain West. First team All Pac-12 of the 2 teams in the conference. We'll buzz through these real quick. Second team All Pac-12. Freshman All Pac-12. First team All SEC. Second team All SEC. Freshman All SEC. First team All Sun Belt. Second team All Sun Belt. And freshman All Sun Belt. All right. What else do we want to look at? We're going to just wait to the end of the bowl games to look at the final national leaders and conference leaders and all that stuff. So we are in, what, the Reliaquest Bowl? Is that what it was? Bowl matchups. We are about to start that. Yeah. Reliaquest Bowl against LSU of the Southeastern Conference. It's a big-time bowl game for us. Not the college football playoff, unfortunately, but we will take it, finishing at 9-3. Let's advance the week. There's 4 weeks of the bowl season. Our game will be in the last week. Oh no, here it is. Okay, Nebraska, LSU, in for a good one. Ranked opponents Nebraska and LSU are expected to put on a show in the Reliaquest Bowl. Let's look at the scores. So, bowl week 1, UNLV beat down Wisconsin in the LA Bowl. East Carolina beat Louisiana in the Frisco Bowl. Florida State beat up on UAB in the Fenway Bowl. Old Dominion beat Ohio in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Western Kentucky beat Appalachian State in the Bahamas Bowl. Michigan wins by 2, 60-58 in the first round of the college football playoff. What a game that must have been. South Alabama crushes Ball State in the Cure Bowl. Next first round of the college football playoff, Texas narrowly defeats Georgia in an all-SEC first round matchup. Nevada beats Florida International in the New Mexico Bowl. Kansas State beats Purdue in the Las Vegas Bowl. Another first round of the college football playoff game, Penn State narrowly beats NC State. So the Big Ten doing okay in the playoff. They've got 2 teams advancing. Toledo beats Georgia Southern in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Another first round of the college football playoff matchup, Utah beats Virginia Tech. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Fresno State crushes Troy. The Boca Raton Bowl, Tulane beats Louisville. In the Detroit Bowl, Rutgers beats Bowling Green. In the New Orleans Bowl, Texas State crushes Kennesaw State. In the Hawaii Bowl, Coastal Carolina beats New Mexico. The Gasparilla Bowl, Cal beats Iowa State. In the Independence Bowl, Arizona beats up on Iowa. Armed Forces Bowl, Colorado State beats UMass. Texas Bowl, BYU beats Missouri. Missouri was going to be in the college football playoff. They end up losing the Texas Bowl to BYU. Military Bowl, Wake Forest beats Army. First Responder Bowl, Memphis beats Washington State. Liberty Bowl, West Virginia beats South Florida. Birmingham Bowl, Oregon State beats North Carolina. Holiday Bowl, SMU beats USC. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Texas Tech beats Wyoming. And in the bowl game, I can't pronounce. I think the Camellia Bowl, Notre Dame absolutely destroys Rice. I don't think we had Players of the Week for Bowl Week 1. Let me just take a quick look. Bowl Week 1, we do. National Players of the Week was Memphis's Kevianta Spears and Toledo's Larry Stevens. ACC was Louisville's Jordan Garrod and SMU's Romello Brinson. The American Memphis Sweeps with Kevianta Spears and Anthony Lanphier. The Big 12, it was West Virginia's Anthony Wilson and Arizona's Noah Fafita. Big 10, it was Purdue's Shida Silla and Michigan's Alex Orji. Conference USA was Western Kentucky. They swept with Devin Lynch and Michael Matheson. Independence, Notre Dame sweeps with Howard Cross III and Riley Leonard. In the MAC, it was Ohio's Adonis Williams Jr. and Toledo's Larry Stevens. In the Mountain West, it was Colorado State's Guam Jock and Fresno State's Chadon James. Pac-12, it was Oregon State's Samisi Saluni and Washington State's Chris Hudson. SEC, it was Georgia's Smail Mondon Jr. and Amari Niblack. Sunbelt, it was Coastal Carolina's Shane Bruce and South Alabama's Gio Lopez. All right, I think we are finally ready for our bowl game. Reliaquest Bowl against LSU. How long have we been streaming now? It's been a long time. So let's go to the bowl game. Be limited commentary during the bowl game. I've got real college football on one TV and this game on the other, but we're going to try to focus, get a bowl game victory, wrap up 2024 with a solid bowl game victory over an SEC school, the LSU Tigers. Let's see if we can do it. On to the Reliaquest Bowl. Here we go.
Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the Reliaquest Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The LSU Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Yeah, good stop defense. All right, let's move the ball, offense.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Cornhuskers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
We could only have broken that tackle. Now, in coach mode, I'm not hammering X like it's telling me to on those, trying to break those tackles. I'm not sure if I would then control the player, which I don't want to do anyway, so I'm just not trying to break tackles.
And they want some of that here in this recent history.
There we go. We're able to run the ball on these guys.
Solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
So, of course, I pick a pass play.
Slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has
to mix it up a little bit.
Attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, why have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
That completion leaves us with second and medium. They're trying to slow that rush down with the
Boy, we got 8 up there. It's 3rd and 8 now.
Behind the line of scrimmage, that'll be a loss.
What do we want?
And they sniff that draw out. When the draw unit,
Let's try the spot and go.
Pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh, that should have been a touchdown. All right, we'll take the first.
Is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal, but instead they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Raiola. Let's it fly. Snares it in the end zone.
Not sure how that wasn't picked off, and somehow it ends up being a touchdown. We will take it.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
Damn, you got that pitch off.
Here, so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only
and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice sack. In real life, Iowa just scored a touchdown to go up by 10 on Washington. You know how Iowa does it. They're just always fairly good. As much as I want them to lose every game, they never do that for me. Good job, Hawkeyes, I guess.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications.
I mean, we're in Tampa. I don't know if it's crisp autumn air, but I guess in January it might be.
Energy, the players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
To the ground with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They go to the ground. Still running at the 40. He's up to 55 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Makes the grab. It's Nair.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll break the seal on this quarter here on first down. It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Man.
Shakes off the tackle.
Go north-south, not east-west.
He loses 4 on the carry.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get...
Moving backwards. Awesome. 54. Let's give it a shot. Why not?
Send out the kicker to try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Attaboy, Tristan. 54-yarder. Take it.
On fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put
That run defense is stout.
The defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
LSU quick to the line. through the air. It's Nussmeier. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen.
Uh-oh. Got to bring him down. There we go.
Get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Caught over the middle. It's
Wrap.
Daniels. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. No huddle offense to the line. The aerial assault continues. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misconnection, it's second down. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh, wow. Just got bailed out there. Our man coverage got burned, but he dropped it.
You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
All right. 10-3. Got a touchdown lead, getting the ball. See if we can do anything right before halftime. Take a halftime lead on LSU. It's not too bad. What is this camera angle? The hell?
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Man,
guess we got a lot of time left in the second quarter. I thought there was closer to 2 minutes left.
Stalls out a little, Jesse. That field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that.
Hey, he like jukes around when there's no one there for some reason.
You don't get very many W's.
He just ran north-south immediately. He would have got like 4 yards there.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola.
The hell was that throw? He just immediately chucks it without him being open.
The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. And this
Talk about cushion. We are 10 yards off the receivers.
But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys maybe that have joined them for the
Come on, cornerbacks.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest.
Wait.
Yeah, you're building the future.
Washington just attempted a field goal. One of the refs said it was no good. One said it was good.
I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity.
Looks like it is. Wow, that's close. It's tough to tell.
Your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practice.
I think they're saying it's good. So 17-10.
We turn the page. I can remember
Iowa over Washington right before halftime.
We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
Ugh. No. What coverage works against these guys?
It's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Tigers come to the line.
To be fair, we're playing an SEC team, LSU, with a bunch of crazy good athletes. So, oh, can we get the sack? Can we? Yeah, that's a huge sack. That helps. All right, let's just not give up 24 yards in 2 plays here.
Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He's brought
All right, 3rd and 18. We should be able to stop him, you would think. Let's go with the cover 3 cloud.
Gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
And the incomplete pass.
We are getting bailed out left and right thanks to their drops. Wow.
3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the.
All right, from 10-0 to 10-6. Should be worse than that. We kind of got just saved by 2 drops by LSU wide receivers. So 10-6 lead. Getting close to halftime. Our offense needs to start moving the ball again. We haven't the past couple drives. Here we go. I don't know what this creeper cameraman is doing under the stands here. That's bizarre.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease.
Well, our return game just sucks.
He'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down.
Beautiful job by the wide receiver because he knew where the first down
fires one high. And
oh, God. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Ooh, they gave him the catch. That's close.
And the toe drag for the big pickup. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling the timeout. He wants the officials
they're reviewing it.
look. Thinks he's got a good shot.
Oh, I think that's going to be incomplete. Unless his toes were down. What are they calling?
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone.
All right. Thank God.
They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Can't quite make the
Damn it.
connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
After misfiring, it's second down. They keep attacking through the air. Got a man. It's Fedone. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Trying to pick up a first down. They turn to the passing game on third and short.
Oh, God, what is this flag? Oh, it's on them? Pass interference? Okay, we'll take it. Hold on, will we take it? First and 10 at the 35, first and 10 at the 40. We will accept then.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Snagged in the middle, it's Bullock.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the right. Just too much
out of bounds, damn it. All right.
As he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Let's try to pick up the first. I don't trust our run game. Let's try the slot hitch.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. That's caught. It's Bullock. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Huskers will have it first and 10. They're bringing heat. Pocket starts to collapse. Timeout called.
Well, that sucks.
Offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Go, 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 go. Timeout.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1 yard.
Should we go for it here? Field goal. I think we need to kick the field goal, as much as I don't want to. Got to take the points, I think. God, so close. Watch us miss the field goal. Oh, it served me right. Oh, thank God. Okay. Got our points at least. Should have went for the touchdown, but at least we got the points. Up by a touchdown going into halftime against LSU. I think we take that.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime.
All right, solid first half. Kind of wish we got a touchdown right before halftime there, but I think we need to take the points in that situation. If we got stuffed and didn't get a field goal, that would suck.
Football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play.
We started out running the ball really well on them, and then the second quarter, it kind of stopped working. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Reliaquest Bowl.
Forgot we get the ball, so that's big.
Second half here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats.
I don't know why we ever return it out of the end zone. We get to the 15 at best.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things, and that first half needs some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man, when the rust comes off after that first
Jesus,
half.
come on, line. Got to block for more than half a second.
So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Raiola. And he just flat.
Well, that was not a great first possession.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away.
Some solid field. I need to stop trying to move the punts around because I'm just killing the punt yardage, I feel.
Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote
How the hell did he come out of that pack? We had like 5 guys surrounding him, and somehow just emerges.
Nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down.
That's more like it.
He'll lose a couple. LSU right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
Wide open. We cannot cover their receivers for very long. I don't think man-to-man coverage should happen at all anymore.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wants to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He leaves it with his back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to bully their way in.
There we go. Good job, defense. It's going to be 13-9 after this. We are clinging to this lead, but we need our offense to step it up. We got 10 points on our first 2 drives, 1 field goal, and like 2 quarters since then.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Power football with the run. Into a massive
Oh, God, we're going 3 and out again.
Call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Come on, Dante. We need this.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
Of course. Of course. God.
But I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice stop on this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up for
Going for it, man.
This is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do.
Oh, we fumbled it. Oh, my God. We are screwed. We are choking. I might as well challenge the play. I mean, this is not going to pan out for me, but it's worth the game. It's worth losing a timeout for, I guess. Can't tell. Oh, yeah, ball's out. All right, well, we just lost a timeout, too. Great.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call. And
All right, well, pissing this game away. See if we can bounce back here.
Trying to find his man on first down. Jeez.
Wide open. He is picking me apart.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
The hell, Nash Hutmacher could have tackled him for no gain, but he just stopped for some reason.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
All right, defense, we've been just completely relying on you all game. Do it for us one more time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Another drop saves us. All right, it's going to be 13-12 after this. Our offense can't even get inches on LSU, so I have no idea how we're going to win this game. Oh, Detroit left fielder just dropped a pop-up in the Game 5 of the divisional series with Cleveland and Detroit. So Cleveland's got second and third with one out in the bottom of the third. All right, offense, we need you to get your heads out of your asses here. Get at least one first down for me.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska.
All the suggestions are runs, and we haven't been able to run at all. Let's try maybe a draw.
Defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive.
Let's give it a shot.
Get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job.
What the hell?
Held him to a field goal.
Somehow he got glued to the guy that was getting blocked. We are absolutely supposed to lose this game.
Catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by.
There we go. Thank God. Got a first down in 2 quarters, it feels like.
You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job. And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Try to get it to the edge. And he'll make his way out of bounds.
He just steps out of bounds with no one around him. What the hell, Dante?
For an offensive coordinator, you pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Fado.
Detroit gets out of it. Still scoreless after 3.
For the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're doing.
There we go. First run that we've had, decent run that we've had in a while.
On the same page, gets the first down. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take
as close as it can get. Can we hold on and get this bowl victory over LSU? It would be a huge step for us.
Scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And it'll be incomplete.
Got to make that catch, buddy.
Defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
And he had R1 wide open. He just completely ignored him. Oh, disappointing.
Just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
All right, back up by 4. Can't give up any touchdowns, of course. It's getting dicey.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Card in the backfield. It's Daniels. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
A little screen to the running back.
Damn it.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Tremendous awareness.
Receiver or our corners cannot stake with their receivers whatsoever. But that would, I mean, we got good cornerbacks in real life, but this is LSU with a bunch of crazy good athletes.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the...
We basically need another drop. That's the only way we're stopping their receivers.
Trying to have a big completion here. That's caught.
Oh, 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. Okay. Big play here. Come on, defense.
On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down.
Damn it.
To start being a bit more aggressive here.
All right. Need to hold him to a field goal.
That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know in-game warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He'll keep it himself.
Oh, God, jeez. The slowest man in the world just runs by everybody. That's frustrating.
Like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and
oh no! My God!
Downhill, doing a good job.
Right down the field on us.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Into the end zone.
Oh, my God! Huge play! Bly Hill with the interception of the damn year. Huge! Oh, my God, we needed that. Black shirts come up big once again. Hoping to deliver our 10th win, get into double digits for wins. Get a win over LSU, SEC school, in the Reliaquest Bowl here. A lot of time left, but Bly Hill stepping up big time there.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give as they work on that clock.
Just get absolutely shut down. All right, here we go.
I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice. But this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Nice defensive play
Well,
to get
that drive was not great. Gotta lean on the defense again.
Punt it away on 4th down. Oh, what a cut! Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Ooh, good job, Suri.
Right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
2nd down after that incompletion. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Excellent.
Oh, that should have been picked. All right, big play here. Zone has been working the last couple plays. Do we trust it again?
He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Oh, huge sack. We just held on to the ball for a day, and we finally get home. Nash Hutmacher gets there. You'd think they'd have to punt here, right? They've got all 3 timeouts. Last drive, they completely shut us down, so they probably think they can do that again. Do they go for it on 4th and 20, or do they punt it? They are going to go for it. Okay. Wow. Let's go cover 6.
And here we go, down a score.
If they convert this, oh, okay. 2-minute warning? Yeah, okay.
And time is of the essence of this.
Not man. I do not trust my man coverage. Cover 6.
It's a one-score game late, and
it's 4 defensive linemen. That might be a mistake. I probably should have done a 3-man line. Oh, we got a little pressure, though. There we go. All right, the pressure worked. Now we got to kill some clock.
give up the football. Offense set on first.
Hopefully we can make a field goal from this distance, if nothing else. Field goal would be huge. Get up by a touchdown. But let's try to kill some clock. Oh, that safety just come down and eat us up right there. It's all right. Make them burn some timeouts. 25 carries for Dowdell. He's knocking on 100 yards. That's not where I wanted you to shift. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Nope. Going nowhere.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think we got to run the ball here. I mean, we could do, and the pass is so risky. Let's go for the double ends. A nice little short pass. Won't get the first, but there's a better potential of getting some yards than our running game has been. Those linebackers are going to drop back immediately after we hike the ball. Oh, one came. Throw it. Oh, my God. We had a guy open, but again, Dylan missed it. All right. Let's see if we can make this field goal. Once again, this is a coach mode dynasty, so I'm picking the plays, but the computer is executing them. Can we make this 47-yarder? Oh, we got it. Okay, up by a touchdown. So worst case scenario, we're looking at overtime unless they go for two.
That's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown.
Need the defense to step up one more time. Defense has been huge all game. And they do it one more time for us.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25.
All right, zone coverage has been working fairly well. We're going to stick with it. We've got one timeout because we didn't run the ball on third down.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense.
We don't care about a field goal. We just need to prevent a touchdown.
And it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better
watch that clock tick.
Forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Oh, Tommy Hill with the pick. And our stud cornerback seals the game. Attaboy, Tommy. Go out the Reliaquest Bowl champion over SEC perennial power LSU. Get to 10 wins on the year. Solid first year for Dylan Raiola. We've lost a couple games we shouldn't have lost to Illinois and Wisconsin. We came up just short at Ohio State in overtime. Those are our 3 losses. We completely blew the Illinois game by kicking field goals, going for it on fourth down when a field goal would have won the game. We went for it twice on like 4th and goal from the 1. Didn't get it either time. Ended up losing that game. Wisconsin, it was just like a typical Nebraska-Wisconsin game where things transpire at the end of the game that just everything breaks Wisconsin's way. But we win our bowl game. Reliaquest Bowl champions over LSU. Big win for the Huskers. Solid 2024 campaign. Dylan Raiola with a successful freshman season. Threw for 163 yards and a touchdown. He threw for 5 or 6 interceptions all year. 3 of those were in the Ohio State game. So he protected the ball for the most part. It was huge. This was ridiculous. I don't know how we got a touchdown on that pass. But a solid 2024 for the Huskers. Now we'll finish up recruiting, get into preseason next year. All right, so we had a couple more first downs than them. We had more total offense, rushed the ball for a lot more. They threw for more than we did. Third down conversions were about the same. They had 2 turnovers. We had 1. We barely won the time of possession battle. Looking at player stats, Nussmeier was 20 of 32 for 200 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Dylan Raiola was 16 of 25 for 163 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Rushing, Dowdell, 26 carries, 95 yards, no touchdowns. Their running back had 17 carries for 41 yards. Their leading receiver had 5 catches for 31 yards. I guess Taylor had 4 catches for 58 yards. Our leading receiver, Fedoni, had 5 catches for 36 yards. Wisconsin just got a huge play against Rutgers. This game is not worth watching. Rutgers is letting me down, as is Washington. Nayor had 4 catches. Bonner had 4 catches. Let's get back to Washington and Iowa. There's the blocking stats. Iowa just got a big play. All the teams I want to lose in real life are winning, of course. Defensively, leading tackler was Jones for LSU. Savion Jones for us. Leading tackler was Gifford. Senior going out, Isaac Gifford, with a big game in the Reliaquest Bowl against LSU. 4 for 4 on field goals with a long of 54. Tristan had a hell of a day for us. Their kicker was also 4 for 4. Punting, their punter averaged 40.5. Ours averaged 40. Kick return, 15.3 and 13.5 for us. Them, they didn't have a single kickoff return. Punt return, they averaged 5.3. We averaged 2 on our 1 return. So we went up 7-0. This touchdown was a little ridiculous. Probably should have been an interception, but we take it. Went up 10-0, 10-3, 10-6, 13-6. A lot of field goals. 13-9, 13-12. Wait, hold up. It's not. Yeah, 13-12, then 15-12. Or excuse me, 16-12, then 19-12. Math is hard. 19-12 victory over LSU. We are the Reliaquest Bowl champions of 2024/really 2025 because it's January. Yeah, Reliaquest Bowl winner. Now, do we get a little trophy room? Let's take a quick look. If we go to coach, team, stats and records. I guess we can go to coach stats. This just shows our job security. Basically 10-3 though, career record. Doesn't show bowl record 1-0, record versus top 25 1-1, record versus rivals 2-1. Only played 2 games against the top 25 all year. Ohio State and LSU. Team stats. See, it doesn't. See, I wish we had a little trophy room. It doesn't look like we do. All right, let's advance the week. We'll keep going until we get to basically preseason 2025. Ortega, I guess we're in his top 3. It's a 3-star. We don't really care that much. We do need to finish out our recruiting. Nash Hutmacher gets Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. 1 sack, 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. We'll take a quick look at the scores and the players of the week. Oh, so Orange Bowl is here. And it's one of the semifinals. Interesting. Oh, I see. So the Orange Bowl doesn't show up because it's a semifinal. It's not a quarterfinal. All right, Bowl Week 2, Michigan beat Liberty. Miami beat Texas in the Fiesta Bowl. That was first-round playoff. Penn State beat Kansas. It was also first-round playoff. Ohio State barely beats Utah in the, well, it wasn't first round, but it was playoffs. Pop-Tarts Bowl, Central Florida beats Clemson. Washington beats Cincinnati in the Alamo Bowl. Duke's Mayo Bowl. Duke loses, sadly, to Colorado. Sun Bowl, Oklahoma State beats Western Michigan. Music City Bowl, Oregon doubles up on Florida. Arizona Bowl, San Diego State doubles up on Kent State. Reliaquest Bowl, we beat LSU. Citrus Bowl, UConn wins the Citrus Bowl against Oklahoma. Wow, hell of a year for UConn. Gator Bowl, Alabama beats South Carolina. 2 SEC schools in the Gator Bowl. It's interesting. Real quick look at players of the week. Nationally, it was LSU's Savion Jones in our bowl game, and Clemson's Antonio Williams. In the ACC, it was Miami's Marley Cook and Clemson's Antonio Williams. No American players. Big 12 Players of the Week, Colorado sweeps with Preston Hodge and LaJohntay Wester. Big 10 was Nebraska's Nash Hutmacher and Michigan's Alex Orji. Conference USA, Liberty sweeps with Jerome Jolly Jr. and Kaidon Salter. Iowa with another big play. Independence, UConn sweeps with Jaden McDonald and Tucker McDonald. MAC, it was Kent State's Antoine Campbell Jr. and Western Michigan's Anthony Sambucci. Mountain West, San Diego State sweeps with Darian Dalton and Keenan Kristen. Pac-12, no players. SEC, it was LSU, Savion Jones, and Oklahoma's Andrell Anthony. Sunbelt, no players. So now we'll advance the week. See who wins the semifinals. Ohio State and Michigan, the third time for the national championship. Michigan won the regular season matchup. Ohio State won the Big Ten championship. And now they play for the third time in the national championship. Crazy. Looking at the scores in the semifinals, Ohio State beat Penn State by 4. In the Orange Bowl and in the Cotton Bowl, Michigan beats Miami by 4. Setting up the game for the third time in 2024, this time for the national championship. Players of the week for those semifinals, Ohio State's Tyleik Williams and Michigan's Tyler Morris. The ACC is Miami's Darrell Porter Jr. and Cam Ward. And that's going to be the same. Big Ten's going to be the same as the national players. Shouldn't be any other conferences, right? Yeah. All right. Time to simulate the national championship. I'm hoping it'll still let me look at stats and stuff after this. Greg Henry, 4-star tight end, commits to Nebraska. We needed that. And another 4-star we were going after commits to Arkansas. How dare he? Coach stability went down to D. Uh-oh. What's going on there? I don't know why our coach stability went down. So Michigan crushes Ohio State in the national championship game, playing for the third time. Michigan wins the rubber match. Michigan won the regular season matchup. Ohio State won the Big Ten championship. And then Michigan wins the national championship. The video game land here repeats as national champion, crushing Ohio State 48-26 in the national championship. Players of the week from that game. Wait a minute. National championship. There we go. Jack Sawyer from Ohio State and Michigan's Kalel Mullings. Let's look at the final leaders for season stats here. We'll look at Nebraska's stats. So Dylan Raiola finished 232 of 345, 21 touchdowns, 5 picks, 3,296 yards, 67% completion, 253 yards a game. Rating was 164.6. Not a bad freshman season whatsoever. Rushing, I always want to call him Damian Dowdell. Dante Dowdell, 315 carries, led the country in carries. It's a workhorse for us. Finished with over 1,500 yards, 1,537 yards, 20 touchdowns. I think he might have led the country in touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. Solid year for Dowdell. Vermeer Johnson had 263. Emmett Johnson with 167. It was really Dowdell or nobody in our running game. Receiving, Jamal Banks led our team with receiving yards with 798 on 46 catches. Fedoni had 764 on 45 catches. Bonner had 70 catches, led the team in receptions for 668 yards. Banks had 10 touchdowns. The next closest was Nayor with 5. Blocking, it's not really anything to look at there. Tackles, Malcolm Hartzog led our team in tackles. Tackles for loss, it was John Bullock, who was a stud in real life. Sacks, Riley Van Poppel led us in sacks. Interceptions, it was Tommy Hill with 7. Tristan Alvano finished 21 of 25 with a long of 54. It was perfect on extra points. Brian Buschini finished with a 40.6 punting average, inside the 25 of his 38 punts. Kick return, Barney Jr. led us in kick return yardage. Best average. We didn't have any kick return touchdowns. Punt return, Garcia Castaneda had a whopping 3.9 average. Doss had a 5.1 on 7 returns. No touchdowns. We're back to passing. Let's look at national leaders. Now that all games have been played, Michigan has repeated as national champion. So in passing yards, Cam Rising of Utah leads the country, followed by Cam Ward of Miami, and Grant Wilson of Old Dominion was third. For touchdowns, it was a tie between Cam Rising and Cam Ward. Brendan Lewis of Nevada was third. Yards per game was Brendan Lewis, followed by Braden Shager of Hawaii, and Billy Edwards of Maryland was third. Going to rushing, Donovan Edwards ended up, he played in more games. He led the country in rushing with 1,826 yards. Quentin Cooley of Liberty was second. Nicholas Singleton of Penn State was third. Dowdell, our guy, finished fourth. But those other guys had more games. Dowdell did have the most carries in all of college football. Touchdowns, because of those playoff games, Donovan Edwards finishes the year with the most rushing touchdowns. Dowdell finished second. Rushing yards per game, Quentin Cooley led the country. For receiving yardage, Sebastian Brown of Kent State had the most, 1,373 yards. For catches, Noah Rogers of NC State had the most with 92. Receiving touchdowns, Lewis Brown, the fourth, led the country with 21 touchdowns. Offensively, the leading tackler across all of college football was Ohio State's Cody Simon. Tackles for loss. Now, I'm not sure all the players actually show up on these stats. I think there's a glitch, so take these for what it's worth, specifically on the defensive stats. John Pius of Wisconsin leads the country in tackles for loss. Yeah, it's not showing a bunch of guys with the sacks. Hardiman had 11, but I know there was guys with more sacks than Hardiman. Interceptions, same thing. It's not showing a bunch of guys, but it shows 6 is the lead. I don't think that's accurate. Lucas Carnero made the most field goals. The longest field goal was 55-yarder. 3 guys were tied for that. For punting, average on 61 punts, Ryan Hansen from James Madison led the country. The longest punt all year was a 65-yarder by a few guys. Kick returns, or average, on only 12 returns, Jeremiah Cobb led the country. He did have 2 touchdowns. The longest kick return was 101 yards by Ife Adeyi and Porter Rooks. The punt return, the average, the leader, that's all just based off 1. We won't count that. A bunch of guys had 1 touchdown. The longest punt return was 88-yarder by Chris Hudson from Washington State. So those are your national stat leaders for 2024. So we are now ready to move to advance the week, go into the off season officially. And Washington just recovered a fumble. I was about to score, and it looks like they fumbled, and Washington recovered. All right, let's look at our players leaving. Tommy Hill is going to the pros, and there's no talking him back. Otherwise, it's all seniors. I don't see anybody transferring, so that's good. Losing some good players, though. I don't think there's really anything else to do. So we will advance the week once again. Oh, looks like the Iowa guy was down. No fumble. So transfer portal and off-season recruiting draft results. Tommy Hill went in the 3rd round. It'd be cool if they said, what school or what team drafted him, but I don't know why they would say that. But Tommy Hill's our only draft pick. By the way, we finished 10-3 overall and 6-3 in conference. Advance week. So Iowa's up 23-10 on Washington now. So Baya Lasugnia reached his top 3 schools. It looks like we made the cut. Transfer portal and off-season recruiting. Let's take a look at this. At the top classes, we are currently sitting and 26th. Not great. So, remove him. And then for these guys, I think... Oh, we can schedule a visit. So let's definitely do that for the 4-star free safety. We'd want to talk about conference prestige with Desmond Horan or Horan. Bialasuknia. Schedule a visit with him. There. What do we want to talk about with him? Championship contender or brand exposure? Let's do championship contender. All right. Avery Terrell. It's a 3-star, but I suppose we'll still go after him. Championship contender. Program tradition is what we want to talk about. All right. Enrique Guillermo from Miami. We're going to talk about championship contender. No, program tradition for him, too. Owen Kaiser. Schedule his visit. We got to do off-season week 3. We'll talk about program. These guys are all the same. Interesting. Joaquin Vasquez from Mesa, Arizona. Yeah, same. This is bizarre. Whoops. All their interests seem to be the same. Program tradition. Josh Ortega. Schedule his. It's all exactly the same. This is something's off here. But we'll go with it. Byron Vernon. See, now we don't know how he feels about program tradition, but every other guy was more focused on that, so I feel like we're going to do that again. Still got a bunch of hours. I guess we go to the transfer portal. And we do have a bunch of 4-stars now. Oh, wait. Yeah, these guys... Wasn't he... Are we still recruiting him? Mastrud? Yeah, he's still being recruited. Okay, never mind. So these are just showing... I guess we could start going after Bilal Kone. But he's maybe this guy's a transfer too? Yeah, this guy's a transfer too. So they should... Kone and Barnes should both show up here. Yes, they do. So we're going to go after these two for sure. So and then the rest are 2-stars? Where's... Interesting. What if we go to 5-star prospects? 4-star? Doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of 4-stars in the transfer portal, which makes sense. Let's go back here and go after offer scholarship, add action, send the house. I guess we'll schedule a visit. We have no idea what he's interested in. We just have to take a wild guess. Let's go with program tradition. Offer scholarship. Send the house. Schedule visit. We're just wildly guessing on these guys. We sort by interest. A couple 3-stars we can add. Why not? I don't think there's any 4-stars left to go after. Offer scholarship. Send the house. Oh, we can't schedule visit. Offer scholarship. Send the house. Offer scholarship. Send the house. Still got 675 hours. Be nice if it could take out the guys that we can't recruit. one else really has any interest, and in the spirit of saving time, we're just going to start going after these guys so we can move us. These are all the same position. Why are you having me? You're recommending I recruit 8 million of the same guy, the same position. You can always use linebackers, I guess. All right, let's go back to our recruiting board. Buzz through this. Offer scholarship. Send the house. Offer scholarship. Send the house. $510 still. Be nice to have, like, we had 0 5-stars. Got a few 4-stars, but we need to start recruiting. Hopefully in 2025 we'll have some 5-stars interested in us after we won 10 games, won our bowl game, came close to the playoffs. We're going to have to add a couple more guys to our recruiting board. We still have 235 hours. So let's go back. I don't want to recruit 8,000 quarterbacks. Let's go after some athletes. Why not? Our recruiting board is now full. Offer scholarship. Send the house. I have a bunch of 3-stars at the end of the day, which for Nebraska is pretty realistic. So I still have 70 hours. I guess we could scout, huh? Waste our hours that way. Still have 20 hours left. Okay, we used all our recruiting hours finally. I think we just go to next week, and that's it for the... There must be a few weeks of off-season recruiting because we had different weeks to schedule visits on. So nobody kicked us out of their schools they're considering. Back here, we got 550 hours available. I think we're doing everything we can. We could probably schedule some visits. Wait, you're not sending the house? Why do we have to redo this every time now? Let's see if there's any visits we can schedule first, and then we'll send the house. See, we're sending the house there. Can we schedule any of these guys' visits? Doesn't look like it. No. So let's go back up. Send the house on all these guys. I don't know why we weren't doing that last week or why it removed it. Oh, damn it. It's so laggy. All right, so now we've got 150 hours still to burn. Let's go through and scout these guys. All right, used all our recruiting hours. Advance the week. Oh, we had 4 guys, and of course all the 4-stars decide that we're not good enough for them. Our recruiting class is not going to be that impressive, unfortunately. Ole Miss got 2 of our guys. Let's see if we can schedule any visits. Wisconsin got 1. Washington got 1. Doesn't look like... Oh, wait. There was a guy we can schedule a visit for. Joseph Rocca, Buford, Georgia. We have no idea what he likes. He doesn't like most of the stuff we're good at, unfortunately. So let's go program tradition and just hope. Any other visits we can schedule? No. So 310 hours of scouting. We scouted him 100%. Let's go to him. Come on. Oh, he's a gem. We want Enrique Guillermo. Just a fun name to say anyway. Owen Kaiser. Joaquin Vasquez. Josh Ortega. Byron Vernon from Omaha. Come on. You got to come to Nebraska if you're from Omaha, right? And he's a gem, too. 100 hours left. Oh, he's a gem. Grant Chick. Damian Cox. He's a gem also. We got 20 hours left. Scout Cribs a little bit. There we go. To advance the week. See if we can get any of these 3 stars. Joaquin Vasquez. Grant Chick. Damian Cox. Alfonso Cribs. Jared DeGear. Ronald Abreu. Kevin Biggs, a lot of 3 stars. Jimmy Carmazzi, George Villa, Elton Moncrief, all sorts of 3 stars committing. We didn't get... He went to Iowa, that bastard. Wait, is Guillermo still around? The fun name to say? We wanted him. It's National Signing Day, so I don't think we got him. All right, so here's our recruits. Graham Jones from Iowa City, Iowa, a right guard. Barry Stye from Miami, Florida, a cornerback. Darren Blade, a right tackle from Parker, Colorado. Chance Mastrud, a 4-star quarterback from Omaha, Nebraska. Greg Henry, a 4-star tight end from Jackson, New Jersey. Javon Longo, a 4-star middle linebacker from Inwood, Iowa. Marcus Anthrop, a 4-star free safety from Lincoln, Nebraska, hometown kid. Adonis Bean, a 3-star running back from West Des Moines, Iowa. Brent McClung, a 3-star running back from Sicklerville, New Jersey. Monty Kennedy, a 3-star outside linebacker from St. Paul, Minnesota. Earl Ramen Noodles, 3-star outside linebacker from Arvada, Colorado. Avery Terrell, a 3-star free safety from Littleton, Colorado. We did get Enrique Guillermo. Good. Enrique Guillermo, a 3-star tight end from Miami, Florida. Owen Kaiser, a 3-star running back from Union City, New Jersey. Joaquin Vasquez, 3-star athlete from Mesa, Arizona. He committed to Miami. He committed to Iowa. Grant Chick, a 3-star guard from Clarendon, Arkansas. Damian Cox, a 3-star athlete from Reno, Nevada. Alfonso Cribs, 3-star athlete from Kaneohe, Hawaii. He went to Colorado. Jared DeGear, from a 3-star running back from Wayne, New Jersey. He went to Rice. He went to Duke. Ronald Abreu, a 3-star running back from Calhoun, Georgia. Kevin Biggs, 3-star outside linebacker from Knoxville, Tennessee. Jimmy Carmazzi, 3-star outside linebacker from Sparks, Nevada. Kane Kendricks, 3-star quarterback from Portland, Oregon. George Villa, 3-star athlete from Gilbert, Arizona. Elton Moncrief, 3-star athlete from Scottsdale, Arizona. And Broderick Boren, 3-star athlete from Wetumpka, Alabama. Let's take a look at the top classes. Notre Dame had the number 1 class. Georgia was 2nd, Alabama 3rd, Ohio State 4th, Penn State 5th. We finished 21st, so that's pretty realistic. That's basically where Nebraska usually finishes in recruiting these days. We are ranked 9th, so hopefully in 2025 we'll have bigger star recruits interested in us. We had 7 4-stars, 19 3-stars. I think that's all for this week. Position changes, we should do that. So we've got some athletes. So, looking at quarterbacks, we got Dylan coming back for his sophomore year. He is an 82. Now, I don't think we've had off-season conditioning, so he hasn't improved yet. Maybe they have, because Harburg, it looks like he's got a little arrow up as though he's improved. Harburg, Mustrad's a true freshman. Kalen is a redshirt freshman. Now, Mustrad is from Omaha. He's a 4-star, and he looks like he's better than Kalen right now. Awareness is higher, throwing power is higher. Pretty much across the board, he's better than Kalen. And then Kendrick's probably getting cut from Portland, Oregon. Let's see. For running backs, we got Dowdell coming back for his junior year. He's up to an 83. Emmett Johnson, Quentin Ives, Gabe Irvin Jr. And here's our crappy freshman, 3 stars. I end up cutting most of them, or maybe we could move those to fullback. Would any of these guys, whoops, we don't want to go to Nevada. It's lagging. Nebraska, please, not Nevada. What's going on? It's frozen on Nevada. Bothering me. See if we can move any of those running backs to fullback. Let's see. Do we have blocking as a stat? Pass block power. We're on blocking. Here we go. Yeah, no one's really high. I don't know. If we move Abreu to fullback, what happens? Oh wait, hold up. Abreu, make position changes. Oh, okay, I see. So he'd be a 61 fullback. I'm not sure it's worth it. I wish he would show you right away. He would be a 59 fullback. Adonis Bean would be a 81 fullback. Oh, that's Dante Dowdell, damn it. Adonis Bean would be a 58 fullback. Yeah, it's not really worth changing their positions, I don't think. Receivers, we got Malachi off the redshirt year, Jalen Lloyd, Janarian Bonner, Bullock, Barney, Davon Hall, Keelan Smith, Jaden Doss, Isaiah McMorris. We didn't add anybody there. Tight ends, we got a million tight ends now. Fedoni, Lindenmeyer, Orkature, Henry's the true freshman. 2 left tackles, 4 left guards, 1 center. Might want to move somebody to center. If we move Chick to center, what happens? He's a 64. He's a 66 now. I don't know. I don't think it's really worth changing positions, because you can just play them as a backup anyway at that position. All right. I think we're just going to, oh boy, right outside linebacker, our best player is a 69, a true freshman. If we move Bayer to right outside linebacker, what's he look like? Be an 80. He actually goes up. Yeah, let's do that. So Thompson would be an 81 at middle linebacker. Now we've got Bayer as an 80 there. Marquise Buford, Bly Hill, Barry Stye, true freshman's our 3rd cornerback. 98 speed. Maybe he's going to be returning kicks for us. Got a million free safeties. All right. Oh, we don't have a punter? Oh, dear God. We have no punter. That's not great. I did not realize that. I don't think I took a look at our needs for special teams, so we might be screwed in terms of punting next year. To advance the week, getting into preseason, leveled up to level 18. Players at risk, Janarian Bonner and Riley Van Poppel. They're both going to be starting, aren't they? 70 points to use. We definitely need that. Oh, training results now. Let's take a quick look. Quarterback, Dylan's just an 84. Seems like he should be higher. Dowdell's an 86 now. 68. 86 for Malachi. Malachi should tear it up. Bedoni's an 85. Sledge is only a 71. He's our only center. That's dicey. We're going to have to put some work in at the depth chart, I think. Let's do a quick upgrade coach skills. Let's go. Let's see here. Tactician, strategist. Let's get this. Whoop. How do you unlock that? Purchase price is 15. They're locked, though. It's bizarre. Okay, I guess I'll go. I can only pick stuff out of here. I go to recruiting. Now let's go to motivator. See, I don't like any of those. Let's boost the hell out of these. Can we get these? No, those are locked too for some reason. I'm just gonna basically max these out, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff. Alright, we wasted all our points. Alright, let's advance the week. Iowa just went up 30-10 on Washington. Iowa just kicking their ass. Damn, Iowa. I suppose Wisconsin's doing the same thing to Rutgers. Encourage transfers, custom conferences. I think we will mess with the custom conferences to get the Pac-12 where we want it. The rest of this I'm going to do off camera because this is not riveting footage. So we're going to call it for now. I'll recap any changes I make in the next video. Next video will start the 2025 season. So until then, we're signing out here.